My name is Dr. Alex Izinyon, Senior Advocate of Nigeria. I'm the chairman of Alex Grace Foundation, incorporated in Nigeria. We call it AGIF for short. The full meaning of AGIF is Alex Grace Izinyon Foundation. Initially, from the onset, I've always had that mind of helping out, just reach out. Even as a kid, in the villages, I can tell you those days, in where I grew up, if a man is good or a boy is so good, they can give you goat or chicken and ask you to keep it. Then when it produces, you will divide it, give it to the owner, they give you some part. I still remember in my primary school days, I could count up to 20 something differently. I wasn't a poultry farmer. What do I mean by this? There were people when I see old man carrying a heavy luggage that he cannot. I ask him, please, can you drop these things? I carry it. If I see an old woman that is battling with from the village stream, I'll carry it. So people will be wondering, this boy, why? So that's how those gifts came up. And with time, the same thing with my late wife, Grace. She too had her own, and that passion was for the youth. So by the time we grew up, gradually, he was doing his own, concentrate on youth empowerment, how to ensure that the youths are focused, not carried away by peer groups or societal ills, or into drugs or vices that will inhibit their progress. Making them to, be alive to their responsibility. Well, my own was those orphans, those who cannot take care of themselves in the secondary school and are bright. So why can't we? Because I came out from a background, not from a rich background. My father was a farmer, my mother was a petty trader. But they were prepared to, ensure that I have the basis of the education. And I thank them for it. She was carrying out functions, I too carry out my own. I may not be public. I was doing mine, she was doing her own. But when she passed on about 5 years ago, there was a need to harmonize it. And instead of allowing the youth wing to go, because that wasn't my area, we now put all of them together. And that was how we came about Alex Grace Izinyon Foundation. I feel very strongly that with what we have as a pace, just to improve on it, and then we'll go for better and higher. My prayer and my dream is that just like other big foundations, here we're starting on the small scale level, from the small level to the middle level to the upper level to the upper level. What I mean by this is that I am just seeing that AGIF will move from not just within Abuja or within Nigeria, but spread to West Africa and African coast and what. There's nothing that says we cannot go outside Africa continent. So that's the dream. All these segments, I foresee that years to come, they begin to carve out and move in an expansive position. We talk about the legal aid area, move and reach out. You talk about the hospital, the patients and the other support, scholarship to the students, and you have more. And then the youth area. At the end of the day, I'm just optimistic that years to come, people will pass through AGIF. People to have a sense of belonging, and I don't want to say nostalgia. Oh yes, I knew that foundation. This is what they did for me. I know some of those programs. This is how they helped me. You become an ambassador or ambassadress of AGIF. That's the dream, and then we are fulfilled.